Well, I'm on the farm today, and just a few flurries falling. The temperature's right around 32 degrees, and it's going down. We're getting ready to have single-digit temperatures for several days, and then down into the low teens for probably close to a week. But I thought I'd make my way here on the farm and have a little closer look at the International 886 that we just brought in. And of course right there's the Massey Ferguson 1105, a great old tractor. But you saw the video driving down the lane and across the field to the barn, but thought I'd get up a little closer here, just try to make a quick video. I probably have a lot of videos on this tractor, as you can imagine, but overall the thing looks pretty straight. Just a touch of cab rust up along there and over in the back, but it's not like eat through where you can put your hand or even fingers through it. A lot of these international cabs are rusted like that. And one thing that I noticed when the tractor arrived, for some reason this wheel right here and this one is set out. You see these two holes right here? This one on this side is set out even further. So I don't know what's going on with that. If there's some kind of wheel spacing that was required that the previous owners needed for this tractor. I haven't measured the center, so I don't know what that is. Nice weight bracket here. I'll probably put some weights on the front of this thing when we get up on the hill back over in there. And but overall it's pretty straight. I have to say a lot of these things I looked at were just like really in bad shape. Doors missing, glass missing. You know, the steps when they come down, they're bent out like that, or you know, this step down here on the bottom is missing. It's been, you know, busted through. A little bit of rust on the bottom of the doors right here, not too bad. It's got 16.9 38s. I believe they came originally with 34s. And just looking it over, it just seems like it's all there. And PTO shield's still here. I bought this tractor sight unseen, and this thing came out of Wisconsin. I had it trucked in. And so the, you know, a guy that has done some hauling for me in the past, he's hauled this Massey 1105. He was actually going to be in Wisconsin. And so he had two other pieces on his truck. So I wound up getting like a really good rate for hauling the tractor. And so it wasn't as painful as it could have been on the charge. This has got a D360 engine. The later models of these 886s had a D358 German. This is an American engine, similar to the I think the D312, the D4 414, and the D436. And you can put a turbo on this. You can actually fit this with a turbo. I don't know that I would do that. It's got around 83, according to the books, it's got about 83 PTO horsepower, which is, ought to be sufficient for what we're doing. But if I get up on the hill and I need more power on the just going up the hills, and then with a load behind it, like with my disc mower conditioner, then I might consider a turbo, but not for pulling, putting power to the ground. The rear end in these is not as heavy as the rear end, let's say, in a 1086. So, but the PTO, I believe, can handle the same power as a 1486. So it's got a heater. It does not have an ether canister on it, even though there's a button in the cab, and it's been changed over to 134A. So I'm gonna look up in the cab here, see if I can get up in here without breaking my neck. All right. So it's actually, this tractor actually feels smaller to me than the 1105, even though they're physically pretty much the same size. And I think the reason is because the cab is smaller, and it's pushed, the hood is not quite as long, the way the cab's pushed forward on these things. Analog gauges. There's the TA, the throttle, and the headliner has been tore out of the cab. That's probably an easy enough. That's probably easy enough to replace. There's a radio. There's the speakers. I'm sure all this stuff can be rejuvenated. I'll have to spend a little bit of money on this tractor here and there, I'm sure. It may, hopefully it doesn't wind up being a big giant money pit, but a lot of people don't like the shifters. It's a little hard to shift in reverse. I got to get in and take a look, see what's going on with that. I really haven't run it other than just to get it out of the road. We unloaded it in the road. That'll be a video in and of itself. But the 1080, the 86 series Internationals are notorious for being difficult to shift and binding in gears and things like that. I think, though, if they're properly adjusted, from what I've read, you can shift them with your thumb. That's the goal with this one. If we need to rebuild the shifters all the way down to the transmission, that's what it will do. It's got a door on the right hand side. There's a mirror there to see the drawbar. I mean, all in all, the cab, I think the cab is pretty nice. I actually think the cab's pretty nice. Somebody's put some of these handlebars on here to kind of help get the doors closed or open or climb in and out. I'll probably put some steps on it, K&M steps with there's a bar that goes up to the fender. But it's a really straight tractor. It's showing 3,310 hours. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I'll probably have another video to talk about the hours. Like I say, I don't want to make these videos so long that you kind of get turned off with it. So I just thought on this particular video I would just kind of walk around and just kind of show you. But the visibility is pretty good out of the back. I think if I can get a headliner in here, and probably wind up just doing a whole cab kit on it at some point. Here's a cigarette lighter. And an ashtray over here. Not that I smoke, but Yeah, this is the inside of the 886 International. And what you see here, this thing was hauled in some pretty bad weather coming out of Wisconsin. So I got it, as soon as we get a favorable day, I'm going to do what I don't like to do with the equipment and probably put a pressure washer on it and try to wash whatever salt brine road chemicals off of it. Tires are probably 75% on the rear. The doors on both sides, none of them seem to be jimmied or anything like that. They close okay. Front tires are a little bit dry rotted. They'll probably have to be replaced. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's got a decent toolbox here. I really like this toolbox with tread plate top. I don't know if I'd trust myself climbing on top of it, but it almost looks like it, you know, an aftermarket box. You climb up on that thing and get up on top of your tractor. And again, the fuel tank is in the back. And like the 886s and 986s, I don't think 1086 and larger had the problem, but you can see that the fuel tank is kind of caved in a little bit right there. And apparently, from what I've read, they'll sometimes the gas cap won't vent and it'll pull a vacuum and cause that thing to pull in. I don't know if you can get another tank. I don't know if I need to get another tank. It's plastic, so I'm not too concerned about rust. I'm sure this thing has had a massive steam pressure wash. There's no oil really anywhere on the tractor, and I'm not I don't like to buy a tractor that's been painted, freshly painted, and I'm suspicious of tractors that are just completely pressure washed, because I'm sure that there are leaks on here, and so one thing I was looking for is just to see out underneath of it, is anything leaking off the bottom. Since I parked it in here, I don't see that. But yeah, the 886, this is going to be a good tractor to go along with the Big Massey here, and probably run this thing on the baler. Really, anything will be, this thing will do a lot of chores. And that's, as I said in my video, the next tractor, my John Deere down there, 5055D, that is the backbone of this farm. I'm hoping to take a little bit of the workload off that one, maybe a lot, and it'll be nice to have another tractor with air conditioning when we get out here in these really hot temperatures. So I'm gonna kind of leave it right there. So got it in the barn, and Wisconsin to Virginia. I want to say it was like 775 miles this thing had to be trucked into this farm. So I'll just kind of leave it right there. Hope you enjoyed the video. There'll be more to come on this International 886. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share, and we'll talk to you later.